Football has won. Wimbledon smash MK Dons 3-0 in the derby rivalry, whatever it is. We all know what MK Dons have done, and they've been humiliated by Wimbledon in that 3-0 defeat. Let me know your thoughts on that game and all the other games in the comments down below. Your team, little summary, all the support is massively appreciated. Like the video if you did, and subscribe if you're new. One road to 300, one road to 700 subscribers. Thank you very much for all the support recently. Now Wimbledon v MK Dons, it was a 3-0 win for Wimbledon. I watched it live on Sky, and MK Dons were absolutely atrocious. They were so boring. I'm sick of possession-based, tippy-tappy, rubbish nonsense football work. It's terrible. It's absolutely shocking to watch. For a neutral, for a fan of that team, for a fan of football, it is awful. And MK Dons played into Wimbledon's hands. Too predictable, they're too one-dimensional, and teams find it very easy to play against MK Dons, proven by the results, proven by the performances, because the attackers aren't getting a touch, and it's awful to watch. I'm not going to watch this Mike Williamson MK Dons team out of my own viewing experience. You know, if they're on Sky or Swindon Newport on Sky, I'm not going to be choosing MK Dons. But credit to Wimbledon. You know, they won't have got the praise they will have deserved from me from how poor MK Dons were, but they were organised, they had a game plan, they stuck to it, they were aggressive, you know, that they made the most out of how weak MK Dons were, and you know, they were well worth the 3-0, and like I say, football has won in every sense of the word, and I'm sure the whole footballing world were glad to see Wimbledon get one over MK Dons in that 3-0 win. Thursday night football was a 2-0 win for Harrogate against Doncaster Rovers. Now this one's very similar to the MK Dons game in terms of Doncaster wanting to control the ball. They had 70% possession. They did bugger all with it. They barely looked like threatening the Harrogate goal. They had a few good chances, but in the meantime it went sideways backwards. But you've got to praise Harrogate for that. They put pressure on them. They had high energy, tenacious, really tough tackling, aggressive team as well. Anthony O'Connor at the back with Moon, and the whole back line as a whole. You know, Gibson and Sims, fantastic. Stuck to the game plan, aggressive, got the head and feet on everything to clear it. And then Taylor was a massive threat on the break, and they give him that option with the pace and the flair that he had to create the chances, and he got his goal as well through a great movement from him and great play. And Harrogate, you know, well worth the 3 points. Fantastic team on the night, and the game plan, they stuck to that, and they're a real aggressive, gritty team. And you know, they're the games that they live for Harrogate in those sort of Yorkshire derbies, the games where they can defend deep and hit on the break, and they did that to a T. Morecambe scored 3 goals against Colchester, yeah, and I've hit a 9-darter. Obviously I haven't hit a 9-darter, but Morecambe have scored. Now, you know, scoring 1, yeah, maybe I'd believe you, you know, but to score 3 goals after not scoring at all, then there's something catastrophic going wrong at Colchester, and that is exactly what's going on. I predicted these to come in the playoffs. They're going to be far from that, from what I've seen. Absolutely shocking defending for the goals that they conceded to Morecambe. Credit to Morecambe, they took them, and Tolick scored the first goal of the game, and that was a fantastic strike, but it didn't get closed down. A few others as well. The other 2 goals sort of bouncing around the area, and poor defending from Colchester. The winner as well, that were a deflection. You know, Dackers hit it, poor defending. So yeah, Colchester, I'm concerned about them because they have a lot of the ball, do nothing with it. To be fair, they did score a few decent goals, but they were down to 10 men for the majority of the game as well, Morecambe. So good character from Morecambe to come from behind. There were 2 goals behind, and to have that heart and that determination, and they definitely showed that grit, and they got the point, and it's a huge point for them, and we'll see if they can kick on from it. But big concerns for Colchester. Notts County 4, Bromley 2. Big questions for Bromley. They were 2-0 up, and you know whatted it up. Terrible to bottle a lead like that, and a few of the goals are conceded as well. You go, how are you so open from that? You know, that they conceded a penalty in there as well. But the star quality shone through for Notts County. They dominate the ball as you'd expect from them. But when you've got Crowley and Jones who can dictate a game and pick the game up by the scruff of the neck, and you've got some, you know, great poachers in McGoldrick and Jatta as well who can link up. You know, there's outstanding quality in that Notts County team, and we've seen it time and time again this season, and that's what's getting them over the line in these games. But I must say, great character as well. You've got to probably criticise Bromley's character to be professional and to see out the game and to show a bit of grit to get over the line when they're 2-0 up and to see it out. even though they did score quite early, to be fair. Notts County, great character and resilience to come back from behind from 2-0 and away from home as well, and to sort of make it look a really easy, convincing win as well. So they're going to be a fantastic team this season, because when they're sweeping over a team like Bromley 4-2, you know you're in trouble. Gillingham 3, Tranmere 0 is a huge statement to League Two that Gillingham mean business this season. Now, coming into a season, you look at the star signings that they've made, and they've got so many players who are out injured, Gillingham, and they picked up another red card in this game, and yet they're making light work of these sorts of teams. Tranmere, I think they only conceded 2 goals previous to this, maybe even 1, and they've gone and conceded 3. Now, question marks on Tranmere in terms of going 1-0 down. They haven't been 1-0 down previous to this, so you think, how we'll see the truth Tranmere if they can come from behind, and clearly they didn't. They went 1-0 down, and then Gillingham had 10 men, and the game went the opposite direction. Gillingham then scored another 2 goals, and Tranmere look a bit ill-disciplined, chasing the game and leaving way too many gaps on the counter. And credit to Gillingham, they made them pay for that, to kick on and to go and make a very professional and make it look light work at breaking down Tranmere, because not many teams will and have done that this season. Carlisle 2, Fleetwood 3. Big concerns for Carlisle. Shocking defending for a number of goals, but great movement and link-up play and organisation to Fleetwood to pounce on Carlisle's mistakes. Reich's got 2. He's up and running for the season now. One being a penalty and the second a well-taken goal, but big concerns for Carlisle. Desperately need a gaffer in, and he needs to be a good one as well, because if they don't turn away this form, they're going to be in big trouble this season. Swindon 4, Newport County 0. A great start to season, Newport, but have been hammered in this game away at Swindon. Swindon, they've had an iffy start, to be honest, and last week there were big question marks over them, and they've already had a hounding as well. So a big win for them for confidence and morale, and to get a clear structure in. But I must say, another game where there's been shocking defending on display. Swindon found it so easy to get in behind the wing sides of Newport, get crosses in at ease with no pressure on them, and then to find a free man in the area with no challenge. That is shocking. And Newport, haven't been doing that this season. Have been hard to break down and been brave, and they've been really tight in the marking as well. And so big question marks on that if they continue to defend like that. But Swindon really clinical in terms of creating the chances and putting them away. Walsall 2, Bradford City 1. Unfortunately, we have had back-to-back away defeats now. Jamie Walker, though, probably the best pressing, attack-minded player in the league, because his pressing is absolutely electric, and he robbed off the Walsall man. I think it was Taylor Allen, not too sure. Robbed him off the ball and squared it to Ollie Sanderson to tap home to make it 1-1 at the time, because Walsall scored earlier through a penalty, which was never a penalty. I'm not being biased, but Smod clearly won the ball. It were given, and then they got the winner it later on through Danny Johnson having a free header in the box, a really good header. No chance for Walker. Great cross from Albert Adoma, but once stopped as well. But Walsall definitely deserved the win. They had a lot of chances throughout the game, the better chances throughout the game as well. And we definitely struggled to get going through their early pressing as well. Hopefully it isn't a sign of things to come in terms of back-to-back away defeats, and we can pick up again with a win against Wimbledon, but a good win for Walsall in the grand scheme of things. Salford 2, Cheltenham 1. Adelakins got off the mark with 2 goals for Salford off the bench, the second goal being the pick of the bunch and the goal of the week in my opinion. It's the first time arrow into bottom left hand corner, absolutely unstoppable. We know about all his qualities after his second half to a season at Doncaster last season, and he's finally found a club, and a good club in Salford at that. Cheltenham obviously scored a great goal as well in the game, well, it ain't obvious, but they did score a great goal, and that was from Archer. A great solo one through the defence of Salford and into a top right hand corner, but it wasn't enough. Salford they again showed good resilience and character to come back from behind, and a big win for them because they've had some good points, and I think they've only had 1 win previous to this game in the league, Salford, but some good points in there, but they needed to win this sort of a game, and they have, so they're looking like a tough nut to crack. Accrington 0, Crewe 1. This is a terrible game of football, and to be fair, I've only seen the highlights of this one, but there was only 4 shots on target, and in the highlights package under 2 minutes, one of the highlights was a cross that went out of play. That says everything you need to know about this game. Crewe also scored the goal at 86th minute. Zach Williams, a defensive-minded player, in the box. It's a low cross from deep that evades everyone, and it bounces away to a back post for Zach Williams to score. Absolutely terrible defending, not to clear that ball. But it's Accrington again. They're failing to pick up points. A good win for Crewe. Port Vale 1, Chesterfield 0 is the final game from this weekend. A huge win for Port Vale. Back-to-back wins, coming back with a reaction and showing the Port Vale that we predicted could get automatic promotion this season. Although I think I said they'd come 7th, but we knew they'd been around there, and this is why Stockley's made a huge difference to them, giving them a massive threat up front with his aerial ability, and they scored through that with Ripley. It's Prime League 2. Ripley hoofs it up to Stockley. He flicks it on, a bit of volleyballing behind the defence, and Chislett puts it away 1-on-1. A great goal, and I love that sort of goals. We don't want the MK Dons tippy-tappy. We want no-nonsense hoofing from a goalkeeper to flick it onto a big man. That's what we love to see. Chesterfield, they were tippy-tappy in it. Over 60% possession, no shots on target, only the 5 shots throughout the game. Didn't really threaten Port Vale, and a good defensive performance from them to see out that 1-0 win. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on this weekend's results. Let me know if your team won, and a brief summary in the comments down below. Bradford City, obviously the main viewers, we didn't get that win, did we, against Walsall? Hopefully we bounce back next weekend against Wimbledon. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Like the video if you did, subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 700 subscribers. No, I haven't forgot. Let's just have a quick look at last weekend's predictions from the comments. They're on the screen now. Unfortunately, Neil has beat me again. I don't think I beat him yet this season, so hopefully I can get more points, get more correct games again than him next weekend, considering I didn't even get one correct. For the preview, again, don't forget to leave your predictions in for the preview, which will be on Wednesday, hopefully, all being well. Let me know your thoughts from this weekend's action in the comments down below. Have a good one.